Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your reading. It is the sneak peek for this week. How are you? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. I am here to read for the next 7 days. So whether you get this today, tomorrow, or next year, it is going to be for the next 7 days, which means there are some things in the archives that you thought didn't resonate with you at the time that could resonate with you at this time. So these sneak peeks aren't just for a set amount of time, because that's not how time works. Time is not linear. It is fluid. So this could be something that resonates with you later in the future. Just please remember it's a general reading and it's not going to resonate with everybody at this time. So if you are somebody who is watching this just for your sun sign, I mean, cool, that's fine, but you're just missing a lot of the picture if you're not watching for your moon and your rising sign. So I'm just going to say, please, please, please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. It becomes more clear. The picture becomes more clear when the whole windshield is clear, right? I'm talking about winter. Maybe some of you don't go through winter. When the whole windshield is clear, you can see all around you, and that's sort of what the moon and the rising is. So, you know, those are free everywhere. The natal charts are free everywhere, and even if you don't know exactly what time of day you were born, you can usually get around it by picking sort of the AM or the PM if you know if you were born in the morning or the afternoon, and you will be assigned a rising sign of some sort. What else do I need to tell you? All I need to tell you is, there's a private reading sale on. Usually I do have the live readings that are on sale, and they still are between 5 and 75% off when you do book ahead. But right now I've just put a sale on yesterday that is 10% off of my pre-recorded readings. So if you're more interested in a pre-recorded reading, you will receive 10% off when you use the code that is in the pinned comment. Please take the link to Hipsy and take that code with you, and on the checkout you will receive your 10% off. I do have quite a few packages over there for all pocketbooks. Now would be the time to book if you usually want one question answered, maybe even 2 or 3. All right, let's find out what's going on for you, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Happy holidays, friends. Look, I don't say happy holidays because I don't like Christmas. I do like Christmas. It's just that I say happy holidays because it's not just for the Christians. It's for people who are celebrating Hanukkah around this time. There's all kinds of holidays going on around this time, and not just Christmas. So if you're celebrating at all, whatever way you celebrate, not just Christmas, happy holidays to you, friends. I hope you're well wherever you are. And if you're getting this storm, this snowstorm, whether you are in the Midwest or in the prairies of Canada, stay safe, friends. All right, let's find out what's going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on with Aries. We've got the 2 of gifts. So this is your warning. You only have a few days left to shop. I'm just going to say, seems like somebody might be busy, very busy, trying to keep all the balls in the air, trying to keep balance. It feels like somebody is doing the hustle bustle stuff. We do have the 7 of Cups in the reverse. But you have a plan. It's recon, man. You're going in. I know what I want for this one, this one, and this one. I'm going in, I'm getting it, and I'm leaving. It feels like somebody here, after just trying to keep everything in balance, I feel, has made a decision about something. It's like something is no longer an illusion. It's no longer murky for you. You've made a decision about something here. It's about how you possibly want to build something. It could be about a friend of a friend, or some sort of a partnership that you have going right now. We do have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so it does really feel like somebody here is preparing to possibly reach out to someone to get some clarity. It feels like someone knows what they want. I want to build this. So it feels like you want to build something with someone. This could be a friendship. This could be more than a friendship, whatever it is, however it fits into your life. But the 7 of Cups is always something that becomes clear, or I had too many options or opportunities and now I've decided on one. I know what I want. What I want is clarity on something. And I think what you want clarity on is either something that you're building or something that's going on in a friendship group or a partnership. It could be between 2 people or more than that. But we do have the 2 of Pentacles here. It's like a decision has been made that I'm going to reach out to someone or get some clarity from someone about this thing that I'm building. It feels like somebody wants to build something, whether that's friendship, partnership. tell me about the Two of Pentacles. We've got the Hermit is in the reverse. Okay, time to come out of hiding, somebody here. We've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse. And the Eight of Swords in the reverse tells me that somebody here is no longer confused. It feels like I'm no longer overthinking. I'm no longer confused. Something here is making complete sense to me now. I know what I want to do. I'm coming out of hiding. It's time to get some balance. I need to make a decision. In the 3D, we've got the Ace of Cups in the reverse. Do we have these cards in the reverse? No, we don't. That's sort of odd. Very odd. So, nonetheless, we've got the Two of Wands. Yep. Somebody's making a plan behind the scenes. And it doesn't have to be you, Aries. It could be someone else that you know. It feels like there is the Eight of Swords in the reverse tells me someone is now no longer overthinking the situation. It's time for me to come out of hiding. I think it has something to do with the Ace of Cups being in the reverse, though. Somebody's not sure about how you feel, or you're not sure about how someone else feels, but I've made a decision. I've got to make this decision to build something. I need some clarity on how I'm going to build it. Somebody has been behind the scenes. Oh, it could be something to do with the Lovers. It could be a choice that they're making to plan something behind the scenes because they're coming to make a decision. Now, this could be you. This could be someone outside of you, but it does feel like somebody is coming out of hiding. So it's someone that you haven't spoken with in a while or that you haven't seen in a while. Also someone who might be doing that because they're usually an overthinker. They could be someone who is an air sign. We have air signs prominent here, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We do have the Page of Wands here. We have the Page of Pentacles here. And we have the Six of Swords. Somebody here just wants to move forward. They want to move forward. They want to move on from something here that I feel that they felt uncertain about, because the Two of Pentacles is also about being a little bit wobbly, right? I'm not really sure about the situation. I need more clarity about whether or not we're going to build this thing or not. Whether that be a romantic thing, an emotional thing, because the Seven of Cups is here. But it feels like somebody here has made a decision and they are excited about the decision that they've made. So I feel like don't be surprised if somebody shows up with a gift. Don't be surprised if you get some communication in the 3D, which means somebody knocks on your door or you bump into somebody while you're out and about. It feels like a face-to-face meeting. Someone might call you and ask you for a face-to-face meeting because they want to move forward here. Somebody wants to get out of the chaos of the overthinking. They're finally out of their head, and they want to move forward. And can we just see each other face-to-face? I think they're excited to see you, or you're excited to see them, whoever's making this decision here. Now we have the Page of Swords. So we've got, I dropped these two cards, which I won't pull out right now, but we've got the Empress. Sorry, my brain stopped there for a minute. Did you hear it click off? We've got the Empress and we've got the Five of Wands. And so it feels like there's been some hesitation about someone who wants to approach the Empress. The Empress could be a mother, could be your mother. It could be somebody who is a person of influence, or you see this person as someone who's got all of their crap together. Maybe they're a little bit intimidating to approach, but maybe it's the other way around. Maybe someone wants to approach you and they're a bit intimidated about your abundance or where you are at this point in your life, Aries. We do have the Page of Swords. It feels like you've been watching them or they've been watching you. I don't know why I can't figure out which way this is going, but it feels like there are two people who know they want to contact each other. I'm going to say you both feel the same. But nobody's making a move. I feel like somebody is about to make a move, though. And it does feel like it could be possibly a Virgo. We're heavy on the swords here. So I'm going to say a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius here. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Hanged Man. Yeah, things have been in a pause because somebody needed to get perspective about what they're going to say. They want to be very clear about what they're going to say. And it feels like the decision has already been made. We've got the Ten of Cups. And we have the Temperance card. It feels like somebody here, it's time, I'm going to say. We've got, oh, isn't that interesting? I never noticed that before. There's a clock on either side here, but they're warped. It's like a time warp. It's a time warp. So it feels like this is someone that you probably haven't talked to, seen, maybe for years even. We do have 3 pentacles here. 4 pentacles. It could be 4 years, 4, 5, 6 years. It feels like a very long time. It feels like we're going to get balance after a very long time of being in some sort of a time warp. Somebody has been thinking about the tree of life. Somebody's been thinking about growing roots, or somebody who is rooted in you or sees you as someone who's very stable or rooted. It feels like someone here has been trying to make a decision through perspective, through seeing it from a different, they're seeing it from your side. That's what it is. They're seeing it in a different light now. They're seeing that you really did love them, or that maybe you'll be seeing that they really did love you, whether that's platonic or romantic love. It feels like it's a time warp, though. I'm going to say it's like we haven't seen each other in a while, so either somebody's fallen out in the family, or there is somebody here who hasn't seen another person in a long time here. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Cups. We've got all 4 pages out here now. It feels like something here is about to shift or go down. We do have the Hierophant. It does feel as though somebody is going to stand on business. It is good news. I'm going to say that it's good news, and somebody has been collecting and organizing their thoughts, their time. They're solid now. They're in a far more solid place emotionally than they have been in the past. And so it does feel like there has been either a group of people or 2 people possibly who were not seeing things from the same point of view. We have different points of view, and so it parted us. We parted ways because of it. But I feel like somebody here is feeling more confident, standing on business. I feel more structured. Now I can say what I want to say. I feel approachable, or that you look way more approachable than you did. I'm looking at all these animals around the Hierophant here. It feels like somebody here feels the other person might be more approachable, or maybe someone has healed here and has become more approachable. But it feels like somebody does need clarity. It's like we built it to the 3 pentacles and we stopped. I thought we had a foundation, but it feels like somebody's getting clear about that foundation now. We've got the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody is probably going to show up with a gift. The gift might be friendship. The gift might be them showing up, but I feel like they could be bringing some sort of a trinket. Somebody does want to see you face to face, Aries, or it could be you that wants to see them. Somebody you've been disconnected from or detached from for a while. And I feel like you're going to want to invite them to dinner. We've got the 9 of Cups here, which is wish fulfillment. I feel like you're hoping and wishing that after some sort of really terrible ending, that something will come back together in a happier way, in a more emotionally stable way, because the Hierophant is here. Right. We've got Taurus energy. We've got Aquarius energy. We've got Cancer, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We'll just say it because there's a lot of air energy here. We've got Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces energy. It does feel emotional with all this water energy. We have a few cards that indicate Piscean energy here. So it does feel like whatever this is, it feels like it's quite emotional. And it's about time that we came back together again and talked about those emotions, whether that is platonic, something going on in the family or with a friend, or maybe that is somebody who you want to express your feelings, like I've always loved you. That's the way it feels. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. How are you, my ball gang? I hope you're well. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus in the next 7 days. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. The next 7 days for Taurus. We've got the Knight of Swords. What's going on here? Some fast moving or aggressive energy here. The 9 of Cups. Quick moving wish fulfillment. It feels like a wish fulfillment's coming at you here, Taurus. the Ten of Cups, and it's going to make you very happy. I feel like whatever is showing up here is showing up with a cup. So it's something that is going to break you open emotionally, because the Ace of Cups, I'm just looking at between the 9 and the 10 is 1. And we do have something here that's showing up aggressively. I feel like something is heading your way that is going to make you very happy. You've been happy on your own up till now, but it feels like this is one more cup that's added to your happiness. And the Ten of Cups stands, which is the coming back to, I've got hiccups, by the way, and I'm trying not to hiccup. So if that's why I sound weird. The Ten of Cups is here. So it feels like this is the apex of happiness. Something here is charging at you, and it's going to make you very happy, Taurus. We've got the Five of Swords. Why is that? Oh, you're going to be a little bit tangled up about it. It feels like this is a move forward. It feels like you're getting out of your head, moving forward. It feels like something that has had you tangled in the mind, or has had you overthinking or worrying about something. It feels like with the Five of Swords and the Ten of Cups that you're not going to believe it when you see it. You're feeling cynical about it. Really? Sort of side eye. Why are you here now? Like, why now? It feels a little bit cynical, but it feels like something really happy that is showing up here. But you're like, I'm already happy, Elsie. Like, what's going on? Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Somebody might just say something that you might feel a type of way about because the Five of Swords is here, but I think they mean well by whatever it is that they say. We've got the Moon energy in the reverse. Yikes. Look, the sword is in the air. When I see the sword in the air, I got something to say. And then the Moon energy being here tells me there's going to be a reveal. There's something that is going to be revealed here. Tell me more. We've got the Star energy. Somebody wants to heal something with you. It's like it's like all of a sudden you have hope again. Something that you stopped having hope about, all of a sudden you have hope again. Because of something someone says, you have hope for the future again. Very interesting. I'm just going to ask about this Moon energy here. Okay, well, the Two of Cups is here. The Seven of Swords is here. So something that has been hiding. Well, there you go. There's a bunch of cards that just flipped over and I just pulled them out. So I just wanted to know what the Moon, what's being revealed, right? What's being revealed is a hope for the future. And what is being revealed is the Two of Cups, the Seven of Swords, Page of Cups. It does feel like to me this is a bond that's strengthening. I feel like it's always been strong under the surface, but I don't think you've been able to see it on the surface until now. It feels like good news is showing up, and it's showing up. Somebody is about to say something to you that is going to make you very happy, but you're going to be cynical about it because you're like, well, why now? Like, you had a chance to say this all along. Why are you saying this now? That's what it feels like. But it does feel like it's something emotional, whether it's platonic or romantic. It could be friendship, family, or love, emotional or romantic love, because the Page of Cups is here. It feels like it's a beginning of something new, like somebody's finally listening to their intuition. It's shocking or surprising. It's going to shock you. I don't think you're expecting it. It might be a reunion because we do have the Three of Cups here. It could be a reunion or some sort of reconciliation. And please keep in mind, reconciliation isn't always about romance. Sometimes it's like we were on the outs and now we're going to reconcile this. But I feel like somebody's a little bit cynical here. But Taurus, you're kind of naturally cynical. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Something's coming back into balance. The Six of Pentacles is here. It's like riding a bike, Charlie just said. Charlie, for those of you who've never been here before, Charlie is my guide. Charlie just said it's like riding a bike. It's like we just pick up where we left off. You understand? Right? You know those friends that you don't see, they move across the world or they move far away and you don't see them forever. I had that happen with a friend of mine from school, from grade school. We were besties and we got lost in our lives, and all of a sudden she showed up 36 years later and we just picked up like we just never ever were apart. That's what this feels like. It's like riding a bike. The Six of Pentacles is reciprocal energy. I'm going to give you energy. You're going to give me energy. It's just like riding a bike. It feels like somebody shows up with some sort of a small trinket or a gift, or the Page of Pentacles could indicate that we are going to meet face to face. So somebody might communicate with you and want to see you and say, can I see you face to face here? We do have the Queen of Swords. Somebody wants to give you the honest truth. Somebody wants to liberate the situation. It feels like there could have been an argument over money or the way I gave you time, effort, or energy. It feels like somebody here is going to say something that is transformational. So it's going to change everything. They're just going to blurt it out with the Knight of Swords here. They're just going to say it because because this is what they hope for the future. That in the future, we can be happy again, Ten of Cups, like we were before, like family, like, it does really feel like you know this person. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We've got the Fool. Wow. We've got the Four of Cups. What's going on here? Something's coming, Taurus, and I don't know what it is here. Maybe you can tell me. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like somebody's coming out of their comfort zone because they see the value in creating something long-term with you. For some of you, this could be romantic. The Fool is here. It's an exciting time, but you're going to have to leap out of the comfort zone, Taurus, in order to be able to take advantage of the Ten of Pentacles. It does feel like it is something that's brand new that's beginning, and it gives you hope for the future. Somebody here has made a decision, and they've been like under the surface. I'm going to say they've been concealing something. 5, 6, 7 swords. They've been concealing something. Oh yeah, 7 swords is here. They've been concealing something that they're now going to be brave enough to say. This person's just going to say what they're going to say, but now they're bringing it out of their mind and into the 3D. What's around the corner for Taurus, please? This is something like they're coming to you, Taurus, because they're looking into their future and they want to include you as part of their future. They see you as a valuable part of the future, but they know that they must first get balance with you. They have to make the decision to do it. We do have the Three of Swords. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Very interesting. And the Two of Wands. So look, somebody's been planning under the surface. They've been planning under the surface, and the reason they're coming forward now, because I was saying here, why now? Because the Wheel of Fortune, that's why now. I feel like somebody here is being kicked out of their safety zone here, and it's because of destiny. The Wheel of Destiny is here, and it is time for things to move forward into the new cycle. It does feel like somebody here wants to clear up some heartbreak, or that they're disappointed in the way they acted or something that they said, because the Three of Swords is with the Knight of Swords. Maybe I spoke too quickly. Maybe I didn't say the right thing. Somebody here has chosen. They've already made the decision. Now they just need to put a little bit of I was going to say a little bit of action behind it. And then the Queen of Wands shows up. So somebody here is about to make a bold move. They could be somebody who is Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. It does feel like it is somebody who's about to reveal something that shocks you. So it feels like if this is romantic, somebody is going to just finally say it. If it's not romantic, it feels like somebody wants to reconcile something with you, and that they need to bring this all back into alignment with you. But the Six of Pentacles tells me that somebody here just wants to pick up where we left off in our friendship. And I don't think that it's not that they just they want it to happen. I think it will, because I feel like this could be a long lost friend or a long lost love or something like that. And we're just going to pick up where we left off. That's what it feels like. There it is. I think you're going to choose it when it shows up. I feel like you have also been feeling very weighted down or weighed down emotionally about a choice, about someone not choosing you, or a choice that you have to make. Look, it could be one way or the other, right? It could be you making the choice or them making the choice about you. But I think something is about to come together that's going to change everything, because the Wheel of Fortune showed up, and nonetheless in the center of your reading, it's the heart of the matter. So something is about to completely change here, Taurus. And I think that there's been something slowly moving toward you here. You've been saying it in the comments to me that something is coming and I don't know what it is. We've got Taurus energy. We've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. It tells me this has been taking forever. So this could be literally years that you haven't spoken to this person. We've got Capricorn energy. We've got Aquarius. We've got Piscean energy, Aries, Cancer, Cancer and Pisces, Gemini a couple of times. All right. Speaking of Gemini, let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me what's happening with Gemini for the next 7 days. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, thank you so much for all your views on the last reading I put up. It was a very interesting one. I'd love to know who of you it resonated with. You did leave me some comments. Tell me about Gemini. What's coming up in the next 7 days, please? We have the Tower. Well, okay, we'll start there. The Tower is here. Something is shifting. Something's changing. Oh, I just looked at this picture and we see someone falling, and I just heard John Mayer singing his version of Free Falling. Feels like an exciting... Do you know that feeling when you feel like you've fallen off a bridge or fallen off a cliff, the feeling of falling in a dream? I think I'm talking to you. If you recently had a dream where you had that feeling of falling, I think that it isn't worries that you have, there isn't anything you have to worry about. I actually think the Tower is going to bring something exciting to you. It feels like the Tower is pulling away or clearing, I would say, the path for you. It feels like there is an obstacle that needs to be removed. Tell me more. I've got sirens in the background. I live right close to a very big road that is around my city, so a lot of accidents happen out there, unfortunately. We've got the Magician. We've got the 10 of Wands. It could have been confirmation, though. We've got the 10 of Wands. So it feels like that feeling of falling, if I'm talking to you, and it doesn't have to be just you this pertains to, but it's interesting that came up. The Magician is here. I feel like you've been waiting for the creation of something that you've been carrying around for a while. I'm going to say that whatever you've been carrying around for a while, and it does feel like you have not yet shown people your creation. It feels like, and that's been weighing heavy on you, but I feel like the Tower is here to tell me that there's about to be something really exciting that's about to happen, and it's clearing the path for you to show your creation. Whatever it is that you want to create, or whatever it is that, whatever skill or resource you have, it feels like you've been carrying it possibly in the bottom of this bag for a while. That's what it feels like, and you've not shown anybody. I think the Tower is about to expose it all. And I'm going to say expose it all because I feel like you've been keeping it quiet for a reason. And I think that the universe is about to push you into the limelight. Tell me about this here. We've got the 7 of Wands. You're going to go kicking and screaming. I don't think that you really want to divulge this. The 7 of Pentacles is here. And the Star is here. Right. So look, it feels like you've been holding back some sort of hope that something was going to work out. It feels like you've been keeping it guarded. You've been keeping some sort of idea or some sort of creation guarded here. And I feel like this star is telling me I've been waiting for a long time for this to grow. I've put a lot of hard work into it. I feel like the universe is, like I said, pushing you into the limelight, the tower and the star. It's like the tower falls and it reveals who the star is. And I think the star could be you. You couldn't have an Aquarius placement. You don't have to. We have the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy. We have the Fool, more major arcana here, friend. And the Six of Pentacles is here. Yep, that's what it is. It does feel like you're taking some sort of really exciting leap into something. This is the best time to do it. It's a moment of alchemy. And I think that the moment of alchemy, sometimes people underestimate it because sometimes it shows up when we're not ready. It shows up when the universe is ready. The universe tells you it's go time, and then it's time for you to leap. I feel like there is something that either you've been holding something down under the surface, hiding it, or carrying it around thinking that it wasn't good enough to show people. It could be an opinion. It could be something you created, something you built, some piece of artwork. It feels like it is something you didn't feel that you should divulge to others, but I think that the universe is pushing everything away. It's like the universe is throwing open the curtains and throwing you on stage and saying, there, deal with it. You know what? The Six of Pentacles is telling me everybody's going to love it. They're going to see you take the leap. They're going to think you're the bravest one on the block. And I feel like Temperance is here to say it's going to work out. Everything is in its place for something here to go down without a hitch. So it does feel like something you've been guarding, something you've been building or working hard on. It could be an opinion. It could be a website. It could be anything, really. It could be a skill. Maybe you're going to be graduating from something. We have the Nine of Wands, and you're tired, man. It comes at the most inopportune time, but the universe doesn't really care. The universe is like, now is the time of destiny. I don't care if you're exhausted. I don't care if you're burnt out. You need to dig a little bit deeper because now I'm going to send you all of these people, Six of Pentacles, who are going to want reciprocal energy because the tower is going to expose whatever it is that it has been, that you've been carrying around with you. Whatever's been weighing you down. And it might just be this too. It might be just that you're exhausted from carrying it around. Tell me about the outcome, please. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Five of Wands. Yeah, that's the reason you didn't bring it up. So the reason you didn't bring it up is because there was too much competition. The Eight of Swords tells me you were in your head. There wasn't really, you felt like your hands were tied. There wasn't really anything you can do. You didn't see a way out of the situation. And so there was way too much competition and you weren't ready to step into the competition. So it could be an argument. It could be that you're the person who has all of the information to end the argument. But it also could be somebody here who has been doing something creative. Singing, playing an instrument, building something. It feels like you've been carrying it around and keeping it guarded. We've got the Eight of Cups. So I feel like you, once the universe shoves you into the spotlight here, I feel like there's just no way that you can back away from it. So I feel like you immediately have to go, you have no choice but to go to the Eight of Cups, which is to detach from this Five of Wands to say, okay, well, maybe there is nobody else that is on par with me. Maybe I need to stop hesitating. The universe is pushing you into it because I feel like there is something you have to offer that is of value, whether that's an opinion, a thought process, or something you've created with your hands. It feels like you are going to be shoved into the limelight here for whatever this is. And I feel like you only have one choice, and that is to detach from the outcome. So to let something go and detach from it. Tell me what's around the corner for Gemini. We've got the Six of Swords. Yeah, you got to move on. You got to keep moving, friend. That's what it is. I feel like there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 6 swords in the boat. I thought there was 5. But the Six of Swords is like, I'm going out of this place of chaos. I'm just going to keep moving here. The Seven of Cups is confusion. And then we have the Strength card. And the Strength card, of course, is courage, right? And it is, I feel like the reason that the universe is throwing the tower at you, And all these major arcana, look, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 underneath, 6, 7. We've got 7 major arcana, friend, in this reading. And when that many major arcana show up, there's no way you're going to be able to sidestep the changes that are showing up. I feel like the universe is forcing it on you, because otherwise you'd be carrying it around for a lifetime, feeling exhausted that, you know, I put on in all this work and nobody is seeing it anyway. We have the 7 of Swords. Yeah, it was deceit, concealment. You were concealing your courage. Look, the universe is breaking you open with the Tower and the Star to show you how courageous you truly are, that you can take this leap of faith here in a moment of alchemy. When somebody shoves you off the edge, all of a sudden you've just got no other decision to make other than to detach from the outcome. It is what it is at this point, right? We've got the 4 of Swords. I feel like the universe felt you were healed enough to bring it to the forefront, but I don't think you felt that you were healed enough. But the universe brought the Tower for that reason, because we don't always know when is the right time, right? We've got Leo energy here. We've got Pisces and Taurus energy. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, more Sagittarius. We've got Aquarius energy, Gemini and Aries energy. We've got Scorpio energy here as well. I would say also Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, because it feels like there is a lot of thought process stuff that has been going on, and I think you're being broken out of the thought process part of it. Right. Cancer. Gosh, I feel like I'm reading slow today. Those are long readings. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer, please. Tell me what's going on for Cancer in the next 7 days, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, we have the King of Cups. You showed up right away. There we are. Tell me what else is going on here. Oh, we've got the Page of Cups. It's like someone's following in your footsteps. Someone's watching. And we've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. It feels like something is stuck. It does feel like I'm talking to somebody who's dealing with a child. I can't help but notice that the Page of Cups looks like the King of Cups as a child. It feels like somebody's watching. For some of you, somebody's watching you, and I feel like you're about to make a move, and you know that somebody's watching. It could be a child. I think that's why you're nervous to move or make the decision about the 4 of Wands. It could be about a house or a home, or whether or not I should have the party here or there. Should I have Christmas dinner here or there? It feels like you're trying to get some stability in your emotions before you move forward, but right now is not the time. Sorry, I'm hearing a song. Oh. Sorry, I can't hear the song. No, I can't hear it. We have the Page of Cups. This could also be a surprise celebration, I'm just going to say. It could be a surprise celebration, and it could be a surprise celebration because something you thought wasn't moving is actually not moving because it's here. I'm going to say that, you know, when you stop the car and you get out, the car stops, like motion stops, but it's because something is here. So let's talk about the King of Cups, please. Got the 10 of Wands. Someone has been carrying around something that's been emotionally painful here. And we've got the Hanged Man. So something here has been emotionally painful. It feels like it is something that someone has been carrying around. So possibly Cancer, you've been carrying around some sort of emotional pain. I want to say that it feels as though you've been in a pause as it pertains to this emotional pain. It feels like you are willing to sacrifice the 3 swords, but I feel like it still weighs you down. You're trying to get a perspective about what went on here. It does feel like something really just stopped in its tracks. feels like a surprise celebration. What is this? Oh, okay. Maybe this is it, right? Yeah. So Charlie was saying, well, maybe we just grew it to the Page of Cups and then it stopped. So it does feel like there could be a relationship that broke. It could be a friendship or a relationship, take it for what it is for you, but it does feel like it's something you've been keeping under the surface. It's heartbreaking and you've been carrying around the heartbreak, but it feels like there could be some sort of surprise celebration that maybe you don't want to go to. You might be getting some sort of a surprise invitation to go someplace, and I feel like maybe you're just feeling too heartbroken to go. We got the Five of Swords. Tell me why. We've got the Nine of Swords, because you know they're going to be there. You're going to get a surprise invitation. This makes more sense. You're going to get a surprise invitation, but I feel like the surprise invitation you're going to get, it feels like you don't really know if you want to go. You're worried about being there because there is going to be someone there that you know that everything just stopped with. So either we stop texting, somebody goes to the other person, we stop talking, we stop texting, and it feels like you're being invited to some sort of a surprise celebration. The Five of Swords tells me that you're sort of tangled as to whether you should go or not, because there's worry that we could get into an argument, we could get into words. I feel like you've been trying to hold yourself together when it comes to the Five of Swords and the Nine of Swords. It does feel like there is somebody special in your life. Look, this could be a father or a mother, because the King of Cups is here, but it could also be something that's deeply emotional. Somebody that maybe you had a start with, but it didn't work out. Maybe you dated and then somebody ghosted the other one, if it's romantic for you. We've got the Devil energy here. Ooh, the Devil and the Five of Swords. I'm just saying somebody just cannot let go of whatever it was that happened. So I'm going to say that I feel like somebody here is being invited somewhere that they know someone else is going to be at. And that person, it's maybe you don't know if they're going to be there, but it feels like there's a possibility that they could be at this surprise celebration. And with the Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse, something just stopped. We stopped talking. We stopped communicating. And it feels like you've been obsessively worrying or thinking about that ever since. You held yourself back. I think that when this person stopped talking to you, you just didn't send another text, or you just didn't call them back, or it feels like somebody ghosted another person is what it feels like. We just stopped talking to each other. And because they stopped talking, I stopped talking. That's the way the King of Cups is, right? I just kept it all under the surface. So I think that you've been carrying this around. I think that's why the Ten of Wands is here. I think you've been carrying this around, but I think that, around this time of year, people are having dinners and such, and I think that you're going to be invited to something here. We've got the Knight of Cups. You still have feelings for this person. You might even bump into them and not even know they're going to be there. I'm just saying, because the Knight of Pentacles is here. I don't think you'd put yourself into a situation like that. I don't think you would. But the Knight of Cups is here. And I think it could be a surprise, understand? Could be a surprise that happens at the celebration. So I feel like this person you still have feelings for. And you guys might not even know that you have a mutual friend or a mutual acquaintance or a mutual work person. And you might just bump into this person. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. We have the Four of Swords. So you're still trying to heal your feelings about this, or your feelings about someone, romantic feelings possibly about someone. We've got the Eight of Wands. So I want to say that you've been doing really good with your healing, and it's time to move forward. But I feel like this is a setback almost. Like it feels like you thought you were over them, and then boom, they're in your face. That's what it feels like. We've got the Magician, we've got the Chariot, and we've got the Ace of Cups, and it sends your heart racing. I really do feel like you're going to bump into somebody somewhere, and it is some place where they are celebrating something, and I don't think you know that you have a mutual acquaintance or a mutual friend. Sometimes when you're on Facebook and you're like, oh, how do they know each other? You know, when you have somebody who knows another person and you're like, how do they know that person? We have the Fool. Ooh, you're going to jump in, are you? You know what? You're going to be like, I meant to do that. That's what you're going to do? You're going to be like, I meant to do that. I'm going to go in there in control of all of the skills and the resources I have that make me the King of Cups. I'm going to keep it all together. And I'm going to keep my emotions under the surface. But I am going to get the victory in emotional things. I'm going to jump in. I'm just going to deal with it the best way that I can. And I'm just going to stand on business. The thing is I feel like there's still a lot of attraction here. Yep, this could be somebody that you used to live with. It could be somebody that you really still have feelings for because you had big feelings for them. It feels like you bump into each other in a place that you never ever thought you never thought you'd see this person again. And I think that you bump into each other even though everything had stopped between you. That's awkward. We've got Aries, we've got Capricorn, Cancer, we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Pisces. We've got Gemini and Aries, Virgo. We've got Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer, Taurus at the bottom of the deck. This could be taking a long time, but maybe it's through stubbornness that we just stop talking. Yep. I wasn't calling you, and you weren't calling me. It was a deadlock. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for the next 7 days, Leo. Let's find out what's coming up in the next 7 days for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. We've got the Ace of Wands, something exciting. A brand new path is opening here. A brand new cycle of excitement. It feels like something had stopped moving, and it may have stopped moving because it's here. Right? The car rolls up, you get out, and the car stops, but it's because you're here. There's the Four of Pentacles. You've been holding on tightly to the hope of this Ace of Wands, and the King of Swords is here. I think somebody here has been intellectualizing the reason why I cannot let go of the Ace of Wands. Even though it might be over or it's stopped, it feels like somebody has stopped to get off the horse to look to see where I am, to get to reassess the situation. Somebody has mentally been holding on to something here. Maybe it's an ending. It could be something that stopped. Tell me about the Ace of Wands. You're about to be excited about something because it's about to start moving again, or some sort of exciting thing is about to show up here. The Ace of Wands. We've got the Temperance card. We've got the Six of Cups in the reverse. And we've got the Ten of Cups. I want to say that there's a moment in time here. Something here is coming into balance, and it feels like it is something like the Ace of Wands is here because of the moment at which everything is like right there. We're here at the beginning of something again. But I want to say that you've been stuck in this in your mind, right? You've been holding on to something, intellectualizing it so you don't have to move on it. So the Six of Cups in the reverse, though, tells me that you're stuck in memories of happiness. You're stuck in the good times. It feels like there is a moment here coming of either stability or healing. We've got the Empress on the bottom of the deck. It does feel like somebody here is stuck in the memories of happiness and is waiting for a moment of alchemy where we can begin again. It feels very exciting, though. Very exciting, something to celebrate. But it feels like you're intellectualizing it. So I'm not really sure if this is the dream state or not. It feels like it's about the Empress, possibly. Feels like there is somebody here who maybe you viewed them as having it all together. Somebody who doesn't really need you. Maybe you see them as someone who doesn't really need you. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Got the Ace of Swords. What are you planning, Leo? It feels like you're planning something here. It could be someone else that's planning for you, but it feels like it could be a Taurus that's planning on reaching out to you. But the Hierophant energy is here, and I'm going to say that that's pretty stubborn and stuck energy. It feels like somebody is stuck in the thoughts, can't let go of the thoughts of the good times. I'm just stuck here. I'm on my own path, but I'm stuck here. It feels like somebody here is preparing or planning to take action because the future depends on it. We've got the Two of Swords and the Ace of Swords here. It does all feel very exciting. The Ace of Swords is here. It's almost like you've come upon some sort of clarity about maybe a Taurus or an Aquarius, Libra, or a Gemini, possibly a Sagittarius. I feel like somebody is either going to reach out to you for conversation, or maybe it's you that's thinking about taking action to reach out to someone else here. But I feel like this has been a very stubborn standoff, because we do have a Taurus and an Aquarius here. Those are both fixed signs. And, you know, those two energies can work out. Like maybe if you're here and maybe if you're a Leo sun, you have an Aquarius or a Taurus rising. Maybe the other person is a Taurus or an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But it feels more like fixed energy. It's like, I'm not reaching out to you, and this person is not reaching out to you, and you're not reaching out to them. We've got the King of Cups, but you have so many feelings under the surface. I think that you have so many feelings under the surface. You just want to make peace with somebody here. And it may just be peace for yourself. But I feel like you have been up in your head trying to think of ways to take action on the plan that you keep thinking about over and over again. There is a decision that you need to make here, but I think your intuition needs to be involved. It feels like there's something here that's deeply emotional for you, that you've been hiding feelings about someone. And you do want to say something. The King of Swords is here, but you want to say it in a very head over heart energy. I really feel like I'm talking to a Leo who has a hard time expressing their emotions. And I feel like you usually keep your emotions under the surface. This may be why this didn't work out for you. This Ten of Cups didn't transpire or didn't stay or whatever it is. It feels like you're stuck in the good thoughts or the happy memories. And it feels like that you still have these feelings of, I want to move forward, say something, make a decision and put action behind it and move forward here. I just want to make peace. But it feels like you can't let go of whatever thought pattern or thought process you're in. I think you're stuck there because of the Aquarius energy, and the Four of Pentacles has a headlock on it. Like you just cannot let go of the thought process. Tell me what the outcome is here. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Pentacles. And we have the Queen of Wands. So dare I say you feel like you want to provide for somebody. It feels like you've done really well financially, and it feels as though you want to bring someone into your life to share that with, because the Six of Pentacles is here. You want to shower someone with attention, reciprocal energy, maybe gifts. You want to give them things. You want to buy them things. It feels like someone's got it bad. I'm just saying, I feel like somebody here is about to make a bold move. So I don't know if this is outside of you or if this is you. You can take that whatever way it works for you. It's a general reading. You can flip-flop it as you need to, but the Queen of Wands is here. This is telling me here that you have great attraction for something, and that somebody is attracting you, or this is a bold move that you're about to make, because it feels like you have been on an obsessive loop about having some sort of a new beginning, and now you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about commitment, but you're also thinking about making peace. Peace in your mind, peace with whatever happened back there. It feels like you're stuck in nostalgia or memories with this person, and I think that you just need to bring it all to a final healing or a final balance. Tell me what's around the corner. We've got the Hermit. Yep, nobody's talking. Feels like we're both silent here. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, but you don't see yourself with anybody else. That's the thing, because the Queen and the King of Pentacles are here. This person mirrors you. They are like you. I feel like this is somebody who you see, they're the only person you see as being with forever, or being with for the duration, right? The Ten of Pentacles here. This Queen of Pentacles, I feel, is somebody who makes you feel solid and grounded. There's been silence, but I think that the reason that there's been silence between you is because I think that you've been going through some sort of an awakening, because the Hierophant is here with the Hermit, and it feels like you have come to a point where you realize that you can no longer approach people head over heart all the time. Sometimes it calls for it, but I feel like somebody here is getting into their feelings. There's a realization here, or clarity about my feelings about the situation, that maybe I handled it more surgically than I should have. Maybe I should be connected more to my feelings. We have three kings here. The only king that we don't have here is the King of Wands. So I feel like somebody here is yet to take action. I feel like you're very, very attracted to the person that you are thinking about, but I feel like you're also not sure if you should make the bold move or not. Four of Wands, but you want it. You really want it. I think that, both of these people here are holding two wands. They're holding two wands each. It feels like you're both feeling the same way. The Two of Wands, waiting for the other person to make the decision. Yeah, one of these people here is wearing a wedding ring. I feel like somebody here wants to take something to the next level, but they don't know how to do it. Because, Leo, I feel like you're not used to feeling your feelings. I think you're about to, because you're about to get clarity on your feelings, and it feels like it's some sort of an awakening. Yep, there it is. The Ace of Cups. I don't think you can stop it, to be honest. I feel like you've been a little bit stubborn about it, but I think that you just need peace in the mind. And I think the only way you're going to do it is if you carry forward on some sort of plan you've been thinking about. We've got Scorpio and Pisces. We've got Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Aries, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius energy. Feels like somebody's trying to be brave and take a step forward to say something. Bring it together. Let's talk about you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days for Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, please. Tell me about Virgo, the next 7 days for Virgo. Ten of Wands. Something weighing heavy. I think you can put it down. I think you're carrying so much right now. Like, it feels like you're carrying so much that you just cannot put one more thing on your plate. Hierophant is here. But yeah, right? So Charlie just said, but there's no way that I'm going to break the commitment. So I feel like you're carrying around something with you that doesn't have to be a commitment, understand? Like, I'm not talking about a marriage or committed relationship. I feel like I made the commitment to carry this around with me. I don't know if you're punishing yourself or if you feel like you can't put it down, because when I make a promise, I stay with my promise. The Six of Cups is here. It's nostalgic. It might be from childhood. It could be from way back. Tell me more. Two of Swords. Oh boy, but you're this close to putting it down. So I think that there is something that you feel like you're committed to carry with you. I'm just going to go ahead and say I think it's tradition. I think somebody is thinking about stepping outside of the traditions of their family. Now, I don't know if that's holiday tradition or religious tradition. It feels like you feel the heavy weight of being the one that should be carrying on the tradition from childhood. But I think it's become too heavy, and it's not your story. It feels like somebody wanted their story to be your story, Virgo, but it's not your story. And I think you know that because the Two of Swords is here. Traditions are just that. People putting their own expectations on you because they couldn't reach their own expectation. And I feel like you've carried it around for a really long time. But I feel also that you're trying to make a decision with your intuition. It's a really tough decision because you know that if you go this way, you're going to have to cut that path out. And if you go that way, you're going to have to cut this path out. Which means that if I make a decision to change the tradition and go with my own tradition, go on my own path, then it feels like I am betraying the family, betraying my lineage. It feels pretty deep. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Got the Magician in the reverse. Darn. But somebody keeps manipulating you to carry it. Chariot, but you want to go. This is the tug and pull right here. I feel like somebody is saying, I gave you all the tools and the resources that you have. We could be talking about money, or I gave you a house, or I raised you, I'm your parent, or it feels like somebody's pointing at you and saying, after everything I've done, it feels like manipulation. It feels like emotional manipulation because the Chariot is here. I feel like you've been trying to do your best to keep your balance in this whole situation, but it's weighing really heavy on you. The Three of Cups is here. It does feel like it has something to do with celebration. So it could be, look, it could be that everybody in your family has been baptized into a certain religion and you're not about it. Maybe it's time for you to make that decision. Maybe you're making the decision about a child. We do have a child here on this particular card of the Six of Cups. It does feel like it's emotional manipulation. I think that you know what you want and you want to move forward. You want to have your own victory and you want to be happy. But I feel like this is weighing heavy on you. Tell me what you're going to do about that. Six of Pentacles. Three of Swords. I'm sorry, but I can't keep giving to something I don't believe in. Five of Swords. We have a difference of opinion. We have fundamental differences. And it's come to a place where I can no longer pretend that I'm going to be carrying around your traditions. It's time for me to make my own decision. I don't know what this is. It could be any sort of tradition. It could be religious. It could be holidays. It could be something your family has done for generations. But it feels like every time I do it, it breaks my heart. I'm going against who I really am. Who I really am authentically, I'm going against that every time I do what you want me to do instead of what I want to do. The Five of Swords this is going to come to verbal blows. This is going to come to a place of, we're going to have to agree to disagree, and it's heartbreaking. Because somebody here is saying, after all I've given you, that's what it feels like here. We do have the Devil. And the Devil energy is attachment, right? It's the attachment or the fear of letting go, or I can't let this go, or it feels like somebody here is with the Five of Swords and the Devil, that when you state your opinion, somebody goes real low. Yeah. And it's heartbreaking, and you don't know what to do about it. Tell me what the outcome is. What is the advice here? What's the outcome? We've got the Fool. Oh boy, you're just going to go. You're going to be like, look, whether or not I'm going to be safe once I get to the bottom, I'm going to go. That's what Aries would do. Aries is the Fool. That's what Aries would do. Aries would just say, you're not going to tell me what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. I've worked really, really hard on the intention of going my own direction, throwing seeds of intention and then nurturing them. I've tried to build myself the best way that I know how, working really hard, doing my own thing, becoming my own person. King of Pentacles, and I have built a kingdom. So, yeah. I feel, Virgo, that you have built yourself a certain lifestyle. And I feel like you did it without the, well, maybe you did it with. It feels like somebody here is holding something over your head. Like, I paid for your education. You're only a doctor because I paid for your education. Or you only have this much money. You're only a king because it was in our lineage, and you became the king only because someone became the king before you. It's like somebody's trying to take credit for all the hard work you've done. And now that you have decided you're going to go on your own and build your own structure, your own corporation, it could be the family business that you no longer want to be in. Now that you're building your own, this person is like, it's tradition. I don't care if you want to be a rock star. We're farmers. Get in there and be a farmer. It feels like somebody does not want to follow tradition. And it's weighing heavy here. We've got the star energy. I think you're hoping to heal this here. We've got the Knight of Swords. Geez, sorry. There's a lot of nudity on there, just covering it up here. We've got the Three of Wands. Look, I feel like you're like, this is not the time to have this conversation. I'm hoping that through a conversation, I'm really hoping that we can move into the future with this, that we can move forward. I feel like you are waiting for something specific to happen. And I think that the specific thing is something that's going on in your world. You're waiting for a business deal to come through. You're waiting for the yes on buying the mansion. You're waiting for something. And the family is like, well, don't you dare do that, because that's not what our family does. And you're like, but that's what I want to do. That's what I've worked for. We've got the Six of Swords. I feel like somebody here is hopeful that a conversation is going to take care of it. But I also think you're very aware that somebody here is stuck in their ways, the devil energy here, and expects you to be stuck in those ways. And I think that you are the person who has come here to be the chain breaker. That whatever the tradition was never a good one, and it was trapping people for generations. And I think you're the one who's come to break the chains. I think you're the one that's moving on. Got the King of Wands. Yeah, you're going to have to be brave here. King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You may have invested something in something else. You may have invested, oh yeah, you may have invested in something. And it's the beginning of a brand new thing that you've been brave to do. And I think that you thought that the family or this group of people would be like celebratory, but I feel like it's the other way around. They're like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're doing that? No, that's not what you're doing. We're all Christian. You got to be Christian. We're all Baptist. You got to be Baptist. And maybe you're starting your own tradition. Maybe you decided you're going to be spiritual and not necessarily religious. It could be a bunch of different things, but you're just not following suit. We've got Capricorn, Taurus. We've got Cancer, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, more Taurus, Gemini and Aries here. Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy. Got a big decision to make here, friend. All right, Libra, let's find out what's going on with you. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days, Libra. Tell me about Libra, the next 7 days for Libra. Tell me about Libra. Tell me about Libra. We've got the the Knight of Pentacles with the Nine of Pentacles. It's been slow moving on your happiness, friend. Nine of Pentacles. Slow moving with your stability. That's what it is. Something's coming though. The Page of Wands is here. There's something here for you to get excited about, Libra. Queen of Swords. It feels like there is somebody who's going to speak out loud on your behalf or is going to say something really honest and truthful. I think that somebody here has been having a very long, slow go at building stability or building confidence to do something. It feels like the Nine of Pentacles being maybe the confidence or the reputation or maybe money in the bank. It feels like it's been a slow go because the Knight of Pentacles is here. The Page of Wands is here with the Queen of Swords. It feels like somebody here is about to say something kind of exciting. Whatever is being said here, Queen of Swords is your energy, by the way. It's going to be very honest, but very balanced, but kind of exciting. And I think it contributes to how you feel about yourself, how you feel about being confident, or it might have something to do with an opportunity, like money. Maybe it's a slow-moving opportunity. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the World card. And we have the Eight of Cups. So you know what I think you've done here? I think that you detached from the hope that it would ever work out. So that's why it's about to arrive. That's what it feels like. It's about to show up here, and it's going to make you very excited. It does feel like it is somebody who is going to say something with complete and total honesty that is going to really excite you. It does feel like it's an offer because the Nine Pentacles is here and the one is in the hand of the Knight of Pentacles. That makes 10 Pentacles. It might be something that gives you stability going forward in your life. It might be closer to the end of the year or in the new year that you hear about this because the World card is here. It feels like it takes your defenses down. It makes you drop your defenses or drop your walls. The Seven of Wands is here. Tell me more. We've got the Five of Wands. We've got the King of Swords, and we've got the Devil in reverse. So listen, I feel like it's something here that you felt was way too competitive. It does feel like it's a competition of some sort. It could be a music competition. It could be, I always see you as the creative ones, right? So it could be some sort of creative competition because the Page of Wands is here. The King of Swords is here. And so the King of Swords is highly intellectual, is somebody who's going to make a decision based on head over heart. The Devil in the reverse is here, though. I feel like you're being released from some sort of a pattern of thinking that has kept you feeling like you were in competition. What I don't think you understand is that you are the person who people like because you are an individual, you stand alone, or you do something that is not like what the other people do. No matter what that thing is, it feels like you do something that is exclusively the way you do it. Like, look, there's lots and lots of tarot readers on the platform, right? But I do what I do the way I do it just because I am who I am, and I'm not trying to be anybody else. I'm not trying to follow anybody else. And so I think that's what you don't understand about you, and whatever you have that is this creative spark. I feel what you don't understand is that there never was competition. The Five of Wands being here. So you can let go of that. The Eight of Cups being here next to the Five of Wands tells me you can detach from this competition because somebody's about to show up and be very honest with you. And I think that really appeals to you because you could be the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords, really feminine or masculine. But it feels like whatever they say really does appeal to you because you know they're telling you the truth. Like you know that they're saying the truth, that you trust this person to tell you the truth. So I feel like it releases you from some sort of competition or the feeling that you were ever in competition here, Libra. We've got the Six of Pentacles. Somebody's willing to give you reciprocal energy or pay you for something. It does feel like somebody's willing to give you, because look, we always say reciprocal energy. And yes, I know that the Six of Pentacles is about that, but you know, we always see on the card somebody who's giving and other people are receiving. So yes, you're giving But I think this time somebody is about to even the scales. We got scales here. Look at that. We got scales here. So it feels like something was out of balance and is about to come back into balance because of whatever the Queen of Swords says. The Queen of Swords is your energy, but it could be whatever the King of Swords says. Understand? Like if you're in the feminine or the masculine, but it does feel like there is something here that's evening out. Something here is evening out here. Somebody might want to pay you for some sort of service because you do it differently. Then there might be 100 people who play drums, but maybe you play them differently than everybody else. Tell me what the outcome is, please. Temperance. It's because it's the moment of alchemy that it's happening right now. The moon energy's here, and so you don't expect whatever is coming. Oh, Two of Cups is here. This deepens the bond, the emotional bond between you and another person. We do have the King and the Queen of Swords here. And although the King and the Queen of Swords here being here, they are mirroring energy, but not necessarily romantic energy. This could be words of affirmation that you get from someone that you really admire, or someone that you adore, or someone who is in the Two of Cups energy, someone who you wish to or have already deepened a connection with. The moon energy tells me it makes you feel more connected to them than ever. Somebody here who you really admire, as someone who tells the truth, is about to say it about you. And it has to do with your reputation or your money or your talents or how you build your confidence or your finances. Tell me what's around the corner. We've got the Hierophant. We've got the Seven of Swords. And the Tower. Wow. So the Tower is coming to break down, to shift you out of the Seven of Swords. I think that somebody here that you saw as sort of maybe a little bit stubborn, stuck in their ways, somebody who maybe is a spiritual teacher, they could be, but it feels like this person is the person who speaks highly of you. And this person is somebody who has a lot of people who admire them for who they are. So when this person speaks up to you about you, it puts you in that light, and it shifts everything for you. So people who didn't believe in you now all of a sudden believe in you because the Tower is breaking down the Seven of Swords. The Tower is breaking down the illusion that there ever was anything hiding under the surface. So if people weren't sure about you, somebody here who has clout is going to speak highly of you. We've got the Two of Pentacles, and that's going to cause people to make decisions to come in and give you reciprocal energy. Very interesting. So we have the Hanged Man here. I feel like you're going to get a perspective coming up in the next 7 days that you never expected to get because the moon energy is here. But the reason that it's showing up here is because the Temperance card is here. It's this moment of alchemy where everything is in its perfect place for something to heal itself. Boom. And everything starts to move forward here. Look at this. Wow. Judgment showing up with the Hanged Man. Your perspective is you're born again. You're absolutely, something is going down here that is going to help you celebrate some sort of stability. You're going from the Five of Pentacles to the Four of Wands, friend. So Judgment card is here. And so it does feel like it's something that is, it's an awakening here. So you finally do see something from another perspective that you never saw it from before. So I feel like somebody who really has a lot of feelings for you, or somebody who you are bonded with emotionally, is somebody who has a lot of people respect their opinion, and they're about to give sort of a review on you to somebody who is a person of influence. All right, so we've got Capricorn, we've got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Cancer, Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. This has taken a long time to get to you. We've got Cancer and Pisces here. It's deeply emotional for you. Sagittarius, it's going to happen in Sag season. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, Scorpio. Tell Tell me what's going on with Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about my jam, Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. It's coming up in the next 7 days for Scorpio. We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Fool. Tempted to take some sort of a leap of faith here. Something is exhilarating or exciting. Someone's giving you an opportunity to give back, possibly. Tell me what this is. We've got the Two of Wands. This has been planned. Somebody is planning to come to you and offer you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. Okay. Scorpio, look, I'm just going to say, just looking at this girl who's looking at the Five Pentacles on the shelf, and this person is offering, looking at the Five Pentacles on the shelf, this person is offering this girl a pentacle. And it makes me feel like somebody is like, I've been in lack for so long, and now finally someone is showing up who has magic. She's got a wand in her hand and a witch's hat on. Somebody who is finally giving back to me. I feel like there's something that's being planned here. And I feel like you probably don't know about it just yet, but there is a plan. It's like the universe is conspiring for you. The Tower is here with the Fool, and it feels like something is shifting or breaking apart. And some sort of decision-making process is moving forward here. Somebody is going to be bringing you out of this place of lack. Maybe it's lack financially. Maybe it's lack of time, effort, energy. It feels like somebody who's quite magic, because she has a wand in her hand. Someone is wanting to give you something, wanting to give you some sort of an offer or an opportunity here. And I think that they've been planning it for a while, and I think it's going to shake you down here because you don't see it. The moon is here. You don't know that it's showing up. It's going to push you right off the edge here, but I think in a good way. Do you know what I mean? Like it's exciting, exhilarating. It's going to push you into a new part of your life here. But this is something that someone else has been planning that is going to help you shift into something. They're going to be giving. It's like you waited forever and forever for someone to give you back what you've been giving to them all along. And I think you're going to get it. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, because this person is somebody who is quite stable or sturdy or wealthy, or somebody who other people admire. It feels like this person is the person who's noticing you. They are somebody that you see that they have all of their stuff together, and they admire you even though they have, I'll say, all their shit together. Like they're confident, they look good, they're beautiful, and they got their eye on you, and they're giving you the offer because they're looking at you as someone who is the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. And we've got the Temperance. Temperance card is showing up a lot today. The Temperance card being here. So we have the Temperance card telling me that something is coming into balance, and it's something that is, I want to say, never ending. It felt like this was a never ending path. Like I just kept going and going and going, and I'd never give up, but I just kept going, and now it's about to pay off. Seven Pentacles. It's something, it's like an intention is going to be confirmed for you. You had an intention to throw your seeds and to nurture either the self or whatever it is. Maybe it's financial here. It feels like something's being healed, with Temperance being healed here, or coming into balance in a moment. It's like yesterday it was out of balance and today it's in balance. I just want to know about this Tower here. Tell me about this Tower. The Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So it's, you know what this is? This feels like a tower that's coming up at the end of a long journey for you. And I always say this, like the tower isn't necessarily an introduction into a hard cycle. Sometimes it comes at the end just to clear away the debris, to clear away the obstacles that are in the way. And so that's what this feels like. It feels like there's an incoming tower that is about to clear away any cynical thoughts you had, that you couldn't have this. The Six of Wands is here. It feels like you're coming out of a really long, hard cycle, because the Six of Wands is also about coming back from a dark cycle, like a hardship, and getting a victory. And I think you've been in that hardship for a long while, but what I don't think you realize is that somebody really admires you. Somebody here really admires the ability for you to come through the Five of Pentacles. And this person's about to add to you. Tell me what's going on here. We've got the Hermit. Got the Ace of Swords. You're having some great clarity. This, and the Ace of Cups is here. Somebody's going to show you their emotions or their love or their support by giving you something. It could be money, time, effort, energy, a kind word, maybe put you in the right direction. It feels like they see that you've taken a really long time and been very careful with your money, your time, your efforts, or your energy. And it feels like this Hermit and this Tower together is an awakening. It's you seeing things for what they are. Finding your way in the dark. You found your way in the dark anyway, Six of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, and you were on that path for a really long time. I really want to tell you, Scorpio, that I feel like you're at the end of a really, really hard cycle. That you're going to get more from the universe now than you realize, because I think you've had some sort of an awakening. And I think that it's been planned for a long time, but honestly, I think you fought it tooth and nail. I think you're ready for it now because the Fool is here. The Page of Swords. I kind of love that because you did learn a lot. You're emerging from the Hermit energy, from a place where you went, like maybe kept to yourself. Maybe you're just spending time by yourself. Maybe you've been in a dark night of the soul. Hermit can be that. And it feels like you've had some realizations or some shifts in your thinking process, how you see things. You've had some realizations or revelations with the Ace of Swords here. And it's maybe that I love myself, or who do I want to love? Or I can't do this anymore because everything is about love. And I'm about to shift into this Ace of Cups. No more looking at things surgically. I think you've come through a really hard time. Look, this Five of Swords is with the Six of Wands, and I feel like you're going to be getting some sort of a victory in your life after so many people did so many horrible things to you, lied to you, cheated. Yeah. Bravo, friend. Here we go. Queen of Swords is the outcome. Got the Nine of Cups, and we've got the King of Wands. You can trust it. You can trust the happiness. I'm just going to say you can trust it because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who's like, yeah, is that light at the end of the tunnel a train or what? I think I'm supposed to tell you that you can trust the happiness. The Nine of Cups is here with the Queen of Swords. The King of Wands is here. It's going to put a fire under your ass. And I mean, it's going to motivate you. That you now have this wisdom that good things happen to good people. And even though it doesn't happen immediately, sometimes we have to come through the wilderness and it takes forever. That good things happen to good people if you just hang in there. And if anybody can hang in there, it's a fixed sign, right? It's Scorpio for sure. Scorpio's got this staying power like no other. You'd be hard pressed to find a Scorpio who ever gave up on anything. Around the corner, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This does feel like it's financial, energetic, so energy, time, effort, money. It feels like that kind of support that somebody is giving to you. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, and they're saying to you, you don't have to work for any of this. I just want to give this to you. I want to give you my time. I want to teach you this thing. King of Swords. Yep, this is somebody who is an authority. So other people believe in them so much that they will pay them for their time. This could be a lawyer. This could be a judge, a magistrate. This is somebody who's so intelligent, highly intelligent, knows a lot of things, and other people would die to pay money to get this person to give them what you're getting from them. But I feel like you don't have to work for it at all. This person's like, you know what? You've been through enough, Scorpio. I'm just going to give it to you. You've been through enough. We've got the Ten of Wands, and that allows you to drop your burden. Kind of like that. And right at the nick of time, because I feel like you were exhausted with the Nine of Wands here. I feel like you had had enough and carried enough, friend. We do have Leo. We have Sagittarius. More Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Sagittarius, more Virgo, Taurus energy, Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I said that already. And more Sagittarius energy. Something to be excited about. Speaking of Sag, my fire family, tell me about Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what is going on in the next 7 days for Sagittarius. Happy birthday, friends. I think we're coming close to the end of your season. It's been lovely. Tell me about your birthday. I want to get in the last minutes for the cuspies, the last birthdays. Tell me about Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. We've got the Two of Wands in the reverse. Going in with no plan. Could be stuck in the planning too. The Two of Pentacles is here. Oh boy. Why is the Two of Pentacles here? The Page of Swords is here. And the Ten of Pentacles is here. Interesting. You know what? It feels here like Sagittarius that you went in with no plan. There is something here that you went into with no plan. You're like, I'm just going to do that thing. And I don't know if it was something you said to somebody. Like maybe I'm just going to say it. When I see the Two of Wands in the reverse, to me, that's no more planning. I'm just going to jump in head first. And the Page of Swords could be that maybe you observed something from a distance for long enough and now you're just going to do it. I feel like this Two of Pentacles is telling me, stay steady. Steady as she goes, friend. Steady as she goes. You just need to keep steady in the 3D, and I feel like it pays off big time for you. Seven of Wands is telling me that you've been protecting something, and it feels like, oh, the truth. You've been protecting the truth. You've been holding back from saying something that's completely and totally honest. It's something here that you're protecting the truth is what it is. You're about to jump headfirst into something. It's going to pay off. The Ten of Pentacles is here. Could pay off financially, time, effort, energy, money, health, right? It could pay off in all of those things or one of those things. But it feels like instead of... yes, true. Sagittarius, you're a fire sign, and I would usually only say this to Aries, but I think I'm saying it to you today, which is I'm not going to ask for permission. I'm only going to ask for forgiveness. That's what it feels like. So whatever you're about to jump into here, you're doing it unapologetically, and it's going to pay off. It feels like you've been watching or viewing something or observing something or pulling up information on something. Pulling information up on something that I feel that you think you do have enough information. I think you're right. Tell me about the Two of Wands in the reverse. You're just going to be jumping in head first. We've got Temperance in the reverse. Ooh, why is that? We've got the King of Pentacles. I'm going to tell you, if it's about money, don't do it just yet. If it's about money, it's not the time to do it. And that's only if it's about money. The King of Pentacles is here, but with the Temperance in the reverse, I'm just saying it's always an answer and no for me. So if it has to do with something that has to do with finances, just jumping in without checking the details, you think you have enough information, but you're unsure, wobbly, right? This is the wobbly energy. Be careful. If it's a financial investment or buying a house or a big purchase, because the King of Pentacles is here, please, not right now. You need more information, I would say. You need more clarity on something. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Queen of, sorry, not the Queen, but the Empress. So I want to say that something here is about to be born. And if it is about something financially, I don't think that everything is in place just yet for you to take a leap in head first. But look, maybe you're saying, but that's okay, I'm not doing it in the next 7 days. It could be that. But the Empress tells me that something here is about to be born. It's a new cycle. It's brand new. It's something that you've been waiting on, something that has been a labor of love. And it could be a child. Somebody here could be having a baby. Maybe if you're the one having a baby, if you're pregnant right now watching this, you might be the person who's saying, I'm not doing it with any epidurals. I'm not doing it with any, I'm just going to do a home birth. I'm not going to go into the hospital. I feel like I'm telling you right now that I feel as though the Temperance in the reverse is telling me to tell you to get more information. I'm not telling you not to do it because I don't have an opinion one way or another on that, but I'm telling you get more information because the Page of Swords is here. Maybe you don't have all the information that you need to make a stable decision. The Empress is here, and so it does feel like we are talking about abundance. So if it is that you are jumping into something that is a heavy investment, please make sure you have more information. The World card is here in the reverse. We have the Five of Wands and we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. See, there's a lot of energy that is unsure here. The Eight of Swords is, yeah, she has 3 swords, right? 3 swords in the quiver. 1 here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's the 8th one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 3 swords in the quiver, right? 3 swords, heartbreak. I feel like you're looking at yourself going, maybe this doesn't work out because the 5 swords are on the ground and the 3 are in the quiver and the 5 wands are here. It's something that you're going to have to decide on quickly because there's 5 on the ground, 5 on the ground. It feels like something you're going to have to decide on quickly. I'm just going to say that the World card is in the reverse. There's something here that you're missing. There's unfinished business, something that you're missing, a contract. There's something that you didn't see in the contract. So please make sure that you're looking it over with someone else. But it feels like this is a highly competitive situation. I'm not talking about those of you who are pregnant anymore, obviously, right? This is a highly competitive situation that might have to do with a lot of money. And if it is, I feel like there could be something, a door still open here. Something's not closed, like we haven't closed a contract, haven't signed something. There's something here that's open. Please make sure that you're very carefully looking over whatever it is that you need to look over in order to make the right decision about whatever it is that this is about. The Four of Wands is here. Look, you do make the right decision. There is celebration to be had here. Celebration, stability. It feels like right in the nick of time, something here does go down in the right way. And it does work out. The Ten of Pentacles is here. But just be really careful. And if for those of you, I was saying with the money, that right now is not the time to jump in head first. Make sure you have enough information, that you've done all of your due diligence, I'll say, because the World card is in the reverse, which means there's an open door somewhere. And that means something's unfinished or not tied off, or we didn't settle on this yet. So be careful of that. Tell me what the outcome is. I was hoping the King of Swords would show up. I was thinking as I was looking at this, where's a lawyer when you need one, right? This is your second set of eyes. So really, if this is about something that you want to go forward with, that you didn't plan on having to make a decision about really quickly, please make sure that you talk to someone who is a second set of eyes. The King of Swords is the lawyer, the judge, the magistrate, or the person who is the eagle eye. My bookkeeper is an eagle eye. She's an Aquarius. She's the only person who could do the job, who I would trust to do the job. When she says it's right, I believe it's right. Aquarius energy. Somebody who is very, very good with details, knows the facts. So that is the person that you should go to. Yes, because it feels like something here, it's like somebody's asking you to intentionally make a decision, and I think you need clarity, and clarity might come from the King of Swords. And so whether that is about what you're going to do when you have your baby, or whether that's a financial a really big financial purchase or something that you're investing in, it feels like you're about to make a bold move with something. And the bold move requires a second set of eyes. So make sure that you do find the person who is your second set of eyes, or the person who is the eagle eye. This person's got an eagle, right? The eagle eye. Yes. Make sure that you've got the eagle eye with you to make sure that you're going over the contract and finding all the right things, and you don't leave any doors open or things left unsaid or things left undone. Around the corner, we have the Four of Cups. We have the Six of Cups. And we have the Knight of Swords, because I think that this is nostalgic memories of being stuck. So please make sure that you are saying what you need to say, and don't worry about anybody that you're going to offend, because if they're rushing you into it, that is a red flag. But I think that you need to say what you need to say, because I feel like the Six of Cups is telling me, remember what happened back there. Remember when you made this decision that ended up following you around forever? Make sure that you are not stuck when it comes to your happiness. 6 and 4 is 10. Make sure that you're not leaving yourself stuck. It feels like this Knight of Swords here is here to clear things up. Make sure you ask all the questions, no matter how stupid you think they might sound. Make sure you ask all the questions. The King of Cups is here because there could be things hiding under the surface. Yeah. There could be things hiding. And I don't think that somebody's trying to screw you intentionally. But I think there might be things that you wouldn't think of that this person may see, may think of, that you might not think of because maybe they are a lawyer or somebody who has that kind of training. We have an Emperor, somebody of influence. So it feels like it's a surprising person of influence here. It will surprise you. This is the person that's going to help you move forward and is going to untangle the Five of Swords for you. So I feel like this person is this person. This person of influence is somebody who is the King of Swords, and the reason that they are the Emperor is because they're really good with the details. So if you know somebody like that, I feel like you should get them to help you make the decision. If you're the person having the baby, maybe it's somebody who's already had 7 kids and they can help you make that decision, somebody you trust, right? We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Gemini. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Libra. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. More Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius, Taurus energy, and Aries. Person on the bottom of the deck. All right. All right, Capricorn. Look, I've been seeing things. Capricorn. All those smarty pantses out there, the astrologers, are saying that you are coming into a real spicy time in your life. Things are about to move in the right direction for you. Go find your nearest astrologer. They'll give you the whole lowdown. It involves Mars being in your sign, and feels like things are about to pick up for you, and you're about to move forward very quickly on things that are that you've been sort of putting off. But it's about to be a really good year for you. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Next 7 days for Capricorn. Tell me about the next 7 days. We have the Tower. Wow, okay. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. So something that was moving really slowly here is about to speed up here. There we go. There's a breakthrough coming here. There's a realization or an awakening. Something is coming to your attention. It's some sort of a breakthrough that shifts everything. And I think I was just saying that, right? The Knight of Pentacles is here. Things have been moving really slow, like painfully slow toward a goal. So you have a goal, feels like the goal is out there, and you've been moving painfully slow toward the goal only because you want to get all the details into place, right? Virgo energy, you don't want to miss all the details. You want to be very good and planned and make sure that you're reassessing along the way. It feels like you've got like a chokehold on this Knight of Pentacles. Headlock on the Knight of Pentacles. You have this this Knight of Pentacles has been holding you back, but I feel like things are about to pick up and move forward here because you're about to come to some sort of a breakthrough here. Tell me more about this Tower for Capricorn. We have the Six of Cups, we have the Death card, and we have the Queen of Wands. I feel like you're about to make some sort of a bold move, moving forward. The thing is that I think that the bold move that you're about to make, that you are making the move because you are brave. Like you've been burned before, but I feel like it's okay because you're like a phoenix rising from the ashes, that you're a person who doesn't mind taking a risk once in a while. You could have a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries in the rising energy. But the Six of Cups here is telling me that there is something that is in the back of your mind, and you're trying to stop thinking about whatever happened in the past. It's not the past anymore. It's the present. I'm going to say there's a transformation coming here, and that's what's bringing the shift. It feels like you're going on past information. Oh, I got hurt before there, or that didn't work out for me because I made the wrong decision. I feel like you're bringing the past into the present, and it's stopping you from moving forward. So I feel like the Death card is here with the Tower to have you in some sort of an awakening, like a boom. Like it seems like it's a breakthrough of some sort. I'm the Queen of Wands. I can have whatever I want. I just have to be brave enough to make the bold move and go ahead and get it. The Queen of Wands doesn't care if people, she's very authentic, right? Doesn't care if people see her fall down. She'll fall down 5 times, get up 6 times. We've got the Four of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Ace of Wands. So the Four of Cups tells me that I feel like your comfort zone is thinking about what happened in the past. I used to be happy in the past. 6 and 4 is 10. I used to be happy in the past, and then the Tower showed up. I feel like the Tower is going to show up, and it is going to shift everything, but it's going to be a brighter day. There's something here that's happening that is going to be very pleasing to the heart space. I'm going to say for some of you, it's the Knight of Cups could mean romance. For others of you, it could mean that the heart space is opening with excitement because you're no longer stuck. I feel like this Queen of Wands is here to say, look, you're no longer stuck. That was the past. That was the past, Capricorn. You no longer have to live there. You no longer have to be stuck there. It's time to open your heart and see that ahead of you is this Ace of Wands. This exciting new path is here, and you've already decided it. Like you decided it when you were in the ethers. It feels like you've already decided it here, but I think that you're in indecision because the hand is holding a 1 wand, but look, we've got 4 candles around here. To me, that looks like 5 wands, right? Candles in another deck that I have, I think it's the Yuletide Tarot, candles are wands. So it feels like you're in indecision a little bit here, but I think you're going to be okay. Yeah, I think you're going to be fine. So it could look like somebody jumping into a relationship or solidifying a relationship or getting engaged. It feels like it could be just being brave enough to open your heart to romance again. It could be that. Temperance is here. You might be feeling that because finally the heart space has been healed. And it's time for you to go out on a more exciting path than you were on before. This does feel like a big awakening, like a spiritual awakening is what it feels like. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, we've got the 2 of Wands, and we've got the 8 of Swords. So it does look like there is a decision. I've just got to keep steady and stay out of my head. I've just got to stay out of my head. So I feel like where you trip up is that you get into this 8 of Swords where you feel like your hands are tied. I can't have it. That can't be mine because it's based on old information. It was the information where you were stuck in the past, I feel. The 2 of Pentacles is like wobbly legs. I'm just saying you're going to feel a little bit worried, a little bit scared, but it feels like you are going to get your balance. You're going to find your balance here. You're making some sort of a decision is what it feels like. a decision that is that you're going to have to put action behind, and you're still being held back by the Eight of Swords a little bit. Freaking out that I make the wrong decision. That's why I'm on wobbly legs. Tell me about Capricorn around the corner. We've got the Ace of Cups. It is about that. For some of you, it is about this Ace of Cups here. The Seven of Swords is in the reverse. And the Judgment card. You're making a really big decision. It does feel like it is one of the two things. That you've decided to take a relationship to the next level. Maybe you're getting engaged. Maybe you've decided this person is your only person. Or the other thing is I've decided I'm going to be completely honest about my feelings. I'm just going to speak out what I have to say. And I feel like this great big decision is going to bring you to a new awakening. We have all of the cards of awakening here. It feels like somebody here is opening their heart and deciding, I'm just going to finally tell somebody how I feel. I'm going to take a chance and do that. Because the Seven of Swords in the reverse is I'm not hiding it anymore. I'm not hiding the Ace of Cups. The Judgment card is here. I'm making a big decision to tell somebody how I feel. The Five of Swords. I feel like you've been fighting yourself because you don't know how this person feels. We've got the Queen of Cups here as well. And it feels like there is mutual love, I would say, mutual admiration. And because she's holding two cups, hey, one in the air and one down here. But I think that you're not sure if this person feels the way that you feel, and you're scared that it may not work out. I think that it does, though. King of Pentacles tells me that we move forward with good energy, time, effort. Knight of Swords, that person is going to give you, whatever you say to them is what they're going to give back to you. They're going to mirror your energy. So if you're telling them how much you are in love with them or how much you want to be the only person in their life, I think that they feel the same. We've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Gemini. We've got more Pisces, Virgo, and Pisces. We've got Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Scorpio, more Scorpio, Leo energy, Aries energy, more Scorpio energy, and more Virgo. All right. Tell me about Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. I was just bragging, Aquarius, that I have an Aquarius bookkeeper. And she's like, got the eagle eye. Find you a bookkeeper who's an Aquarius. Tell me about Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius in the next 7 days. What does Aquarius need to know, please? Next 7 days, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know? We've got the King of Swords. Wow, we ask for Aquarius and Aquarius shows up. King of Swords is here. Why? We've got the Devil. Somebody is in a vicious loop in their head. Somebody's overthinking something. Thinking about all the bad things that could go wrong. Tell me more. The Knight of Swords. But I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. The Knight of Cups. Oh, are you about to tell someone how you feel? That's what it feels like. I'm just going to say it. Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. Just going to blurt it out. King of Swords, though, is the one that is thinking out all the facts. I feel like you're thinking about all the things that could go wrong, because the King of Swords is highly intelligent and is somebody who's got all the facts. Somebody who is going to not leave any stone unturned, essentially. And the Devil energy being here tells me that you're thinking about all the things that could go wrong. What if I don't say this right? What if I say it in a way that offends them? It really does feel like with the Knight of Cups that somebody is about to reveal their emotional or romantic feelings to someone here. Tell me about the King of Swords. We've got the Seven of Wands, protecting something here. We've got the Six of Swords. It almost feels like Somebody here just needs to say it so I can go to a calmer place in my head. I just need to finally say it. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You're wondering, does this person really want to hear from me? The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you could be dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, a Capricorn, maybe a Pisces. Yeah, Capricorn is here. It feels like somebody here you feel has already moved on from you. But I feel like you still want to speak your feelings. But it feels like somebody here has maybe blocked you. It could be like the Seven of Wands can also be a block. I was blocked. It feels like you wanted to tell somebody how you felt about them, but it doesn't feel like you could. That you kept just overthinking it. This is the obsessive pattern, right? The devil is the obsessive pattern. And you're like saying to yourself, just say it. Just say it. But I think that you have a hard time connecting with your feelings. The Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse. I feel like you feel someone's moved on from you already. And they could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. That this person has detached from whatever maybe made them feel chaotic, or they have blocked you. It feels like that there is it feels like protection. I'm going to say somebody's trying to protect their thought pattern. They're trying to go to a calmer place. It feels like the Ten of Cups is here. The Seven of Swords is here. And the Nine of Swords. You kept it all under the surface. Aquarius. That's what it is. So the Seven of Swords is about deception or keeping something silent or secret or under the surface. The Ten of Cups is here, and that's the apex of happiness. That I was really happy when I was with you. I'm really happy when I'm with you. Really happy when we spend time together. And I feel like this is, you didn't know how to say it. It feels like the Nine of Swords is telling me that you didn't know how to say it. So you just released it and thought, you know, maybe I just won't say it at all. 9 and 1 is 10. Maybe I just won't say it at all. Maybe I'll just leave it where it is. And I think that you didn't say something, you kept it under the surface. And so I think that the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is no longer available. And I mean available for you to contact. It feels like this person has gone within, has gone internally within themselves. It almost feels like because they didn't hear from you, it almost makes me feel like the Queen of Pentacles is checking about their worth. Like, maybe I just wasn't worth it. Like the Queen of Pentacles is not questioning their worth, but is going inward to say, you're worth it. You're fine. You're okay. You have enough. You are enough. You are healthy. You are beautiful. Like, I feel like it feels like somebody felt as though you didn't really want them, or you didn't come forward because of whatever they are now checking with themselves. Like maybe they felt like they didn't have enough. They weren't enough. I think that's why this person moved on, is because of the stall. We have the Emperor here. The thing is that the Emperor never goes in unless they're entirely sure. And so I feel like you weren't entirely sure because the Nine of Swords is here. So you weren't entirely sure whether this person felt the same way, whether they were going to accept your invitation or your opportunity or offer of the Ace of Cups in the hand of the Knight. You weren't sure. And so when the Emperor is not sure, they will circle and circle and circle until they are sure. So whether you are the woman or the man, the Emperor is the one that pursues. And so I feel like you didn't say anything because you were worried that this person didn't feel the same. And in that, I feel like this person carried on without you. Because the Six of Swords is about moving on to a calmer place. And I think the person moving on to a calmer place in their mind is probably the Queen of Pentacles. Tell me what the outcome is for Aquarius. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Four of Cups. And we've got the Lovers. So I think that you are stuck in nostalgia. You're thinking about the good times, the happy times, and I think that you are stuck. It feels like you're stuck in your head, Aquarius. The Four of Cups is you're stuck in your comfort zone. And I think your comfort zone is being a little bit detached from your feelings. And I know that in order to be able to move forward with this Queen of Pentacles, you had to connect to your feelings, and I don't think that you were sure about it. You weren't sure it was a sure thing. The Lovers is here. I honestly think that you chose them. I think that this person would have chosen you as well. It doesn't mean it's over. It doesn't mean it's over, right? I feel like you're stuck in your head, and at this time, at this place, in the next 7 days, that you don't make a move. I think that you are stuck in your head about the happy times, the nostalgic times, and I think that this person feels like you're not, that they don't have enough worth, that you don't see their worth, and so they've moved along. And it doesn't necessarily mean that they're dating. It just means that they've decided to disconnect from you because it feels like they're trying to protect whatever they have left, right? They're trying to protect their worth. Got the Fool. Got the Star. And we've got the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Interesting that it comes up in the reverse. The Star is here. I think you still hope. I think you still hope there's an open door here. That if you show up and decide to take a leap of faith, is this person going to do it with you? I feel like you're hoping. You're hoping. I'll just say that. It just feels like you're hoping. Because look, you don't tell Aquarius no. And if there is a chance that there's an open door, Aquarius is going to find it. If there's even the smallest chance that it will work out, Aquarius will find a way. And I feel like you're like, but you know, it's like, okay, this person blocked me, or you're not talking to them, or they've moved along, or you see them moving along without you. And I think that you think that there's still hope, that I could take a leap of faith. But if I don't do it in fire, maybe they'll pay attention. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, because you don't see anyone else but this person in the long term. Yeah. This is your long-term person. Temperance is here. It's a moment of alchemy, friend. I think that if you're running for the door before it closes and locks, I think you better run for the door. I'm just saying. You may still have some time if you start running for the door. If this is what you want. If it's not, that's okay too. We've got Taurus. We've got Aries. We've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Aquarius is here, then Aries, then Pisces. Gemini is here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. More Pisces, Gemini, Capricorn. Yeah, it seems to be all earth and air. So you're probably dealing with someone who is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this person is someone that you have memories with, and I think you're stuck in those memories with them. Happy memories nonetheless, but I think you're stuck in those memories. All right. Here we go. Pisces, my two fishes friends. How are you, my water family? Let's find out what's going on for Pisces in the next 7 days. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's going on for Pisces. What is going on for Pisces? Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, we have the Six of Wands. We've got the Page of Wands. Look, I feel like you're coming out of a really hard cycle and you're about to get some sort of victory that's going to give you some sort of excitement, like childlike excitement. Yeah. Curious excitement. The Hierophant is here. Death card is here. I think I'm supposed to tell you to be flexible because I think something is showing up here that you're going to be quite excited about, but the Death card next to the Hierophant gives me a feeling of maybe you shouldn't be so stuck in your ways. If you are a person who's stuck in your ways, you could have, like, hold my beer, Taurus moon. you could have something, a fixed sign in the moon energy. For sure, or you could be someone who is a fixed sign who is here looking at Pisces as another one of your placements. It feels like something's about to transform, and I think that in order Yeah, order. That's the thing. I think you like to stay in order. I think you like things that happen in order or that happen the way you want them to happen. It feels like you just want peace. And I feel like you're about to embark on a cycle here that's going to be really exciting, but I think that you're a little bit cynical because of the hardship that you just went through. It feels like, Pisces, that you've been through this some sort of a really hard phase in your life, and you're about to get some sort of exciting victory that's coming up here. But it feels like you come out on the other side of this dark night of the soul, really knowing who you are. I'm going to say knowing who you are, knowing what you want, knowing what you stand for. That's what the Hierophant energy is. But I'm going to ask you with the Death card to be a little bit flexible, because I think something's coming up that you expect is going to show up balanced, or whatever is showing up, I feel is going to give you a new perspective, because you're going to be, your faith is going to be restored. Your faith in someone or something is about to be restored, but it's going to take transformation, or that the end of something ends so something else can begin. And I think what needs to end is the way that you are in your Hierophant energy. And the Hierophant can be a little bit stubborn. I think that this is asking you to be a little more flexible. Tell me about the Six of Wands. What is this here? After this hard cycle, there is a victory coming. What is it? The Two of Wands. So there is a decision that's about to be made here. Something is about to move forward here. And it's like right at the nick of time. 6, 7, 8. 8 wands. Moving, pushing forward fast. One more is a 9 wands, which tells me that you're exhausted, or I'm over it. Like, I'm just over the way people treat me. I'm over the way people talk to me. It feels like that you've come out of this dark night of the soul, or this hard cycle, saying, look, I'm the Hierophant. I'm the Hierophant. Treat me like that. Because if you're not going to treat me like that, I don't need you in my life. It feels like you've finally come to this place of, I've just got peace within myself. I know what I want. And if you can't treat me that way, then I'm good. But I feel like there is something really exciting that's showing up here. You have detached from making a decision about what comes up. I think you're more following the universe now, rather than making decisions about where to go, what to do next. The 9 of Pentacles is here. This feels like somebody's decided, you know what, if I got to do it alone, I'll just do it alone. I don't really care. I'm just going to detach from this Two of Wands energy. Somebody here is stuck at the Two of Wands. Somebody here is stuck here and they're not making a decision. They're not putting any action behind it. So I'm just going to disconnect, and I'm just going to be on my own and build on my own, build my reputation, build my money, be by myself, be single, whatever this independent energy looks like for you, time, effort, energy. But I feel like you're going to be surprised. There is some sort of spark of something showing up here, something you don't see because the 7 of Swords is here. It feels like something is underneath the surface. And it's about to be revealed because the Death card is here. It feels like something might be revealed here. Tell me more about this for Pisces. The 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the 6 of Cups. I think you've just stopped putting time and effort into this. It really does feel like you were hoping for something. It's what it feels like, Pisces. I was really hoping this would work out. I was really hoping this person would take to me as I took to them. I was really hoping there would be a mutual attraction. I was really hoping. But I think that you have decided that you're no longer putting any more time or effort into this. I'm just going to focus on me. I'm just going to focus on my self-mastery, and I'm going to love myself. And so I think that's what you do. Yeah. I think you're a unicorn. Yeah. Feels like you're a person who is it just feels like this little girl is just spending time with her cat and the things that she loves to do, and movies and the holiday season. There's a gingerbread house here. It just feels like you've decided that you've settled in and you're like, it's just me. It's okay if it's just me. I'm going to love myself. I'm going to work on myself. And even if you feel like you've gotten to a place where you just are not into the self-work anymore, that I feel like you've done enough, that you feel your worth here with the Eight of Pentacles. But I think that something's coming up that's going to surprise you and excite you. The Page of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that I'm not putting any more effort or energy or time into anything else but me. So I think that you have sequestered yourself away. I think someone or something has let you down. And I think that you've decided that I'm just going to be single, just going to be alone, I'm just going to take care of me and do my own thing. I want to talk about this Page of Wands because I feel like something exciting. Someone's been holding back because they don't want to get hurt. It feels like somebody's about to make a bold move at you. And they're like, oh my God, here I go. Pisces is going to tell me no because I've held back for too long. I feel like this person is somebody who's been hurt over and over again. I think it's going to make you excited. I think that somebody's going to reach out to you, Pisces. It feels like it is because the Page of Wands is here. Someone's going to reach out to you, but I feel like this person, they feel terrible. It feels like the Ten of Swords is not giving me ending energy. It's giving me, oh my gosh, I'm just going to cover my head because I think Pisces is just going to tell me to take a leap because I've held back too long. Somebody feels like they've waited too long. So I feel like you have decided no. But I think you're going to be pretty excited when this person shows up because I think you're very attracted to this person. So I feel that although you've decided, just be me, myself, and I, me the unicorn with my cat, reading my books, watching movies, taking care of me, not giving anyone else my energy, keeping my energy for me. I think that you're tired of fighting, honestly. I think that's what it is. You're tired of putting in the effort and the energy. You're tired of fighting. Got the Ace of Pentacles in the outcome. Oh, Page of Swords is here. Ace of Pentacles. Judgment. That's when it shows up though, right? When we've decided, that's it, I'm good. No, thank you. No, thank you, next. I think that's when it shows up. So you got a decision to make, my friend, because Judgment is here. I think this person has been watching you. I think that they've been observing you from a distance, watching your movements, watching your socials, if you have socials, watching you at work, watching you in the neighborhood, wherever they watch you. And I feel like they are about ready to make some sort of an offer. And I think this is really transformational for them. There's an owl. I feel like this person really sees your value, and so they've decided they're going to make a decision. Somebody's having an awakening about their own worth and about what your worth is to them. I think they see you as everything. Tell me about the outcome, please, or what is not the outcome, but what's around the corner. What's next? We've got the Seven of Cups. We've got this confusion ensues because I've already moved on. That's what it is. Emotional confusion because I'm already out of here. You confused me. I'm out of the chaos of my mind and I've gone to the calmer place, and I don't know what you're going on about, but I'm tired of you looking at me as an option. The sun, jeez. The breakthrough comes that this person is here. I think somebody is coming to give you some sort of an offer, my friend. I think they're expecting to be turned down. They are. But the sun is here. And I think that you made the breakthrough. And the breakthrough is, I'm about me. But understand this. I think that this person was supposed to hold back. I feel like the Strength card being Major Arcana is here for a reason, because the universe was holding them back until you learned your worth, until you detached and learned that you're in the Nine of Pentacles, with the sun shining on the Nine of Pentacles, making you totally standing on your own 2 feet, saying, I don't need anybody. I'll do it on my own. That's pre-Empress energy. And so I feel like you move on, you get this big breakthrough. I'm just going to move on. And then here comes this person confusing you. So you've realized you can do it on your own. So I think that they were supposed to hold back, so waiting for you to get your realization that you don't need them, and that you're not necessarily going to be giving them your energy, because the Page of Pentacles is in the reverse. We've got the Temperance card, but who can ignore the moment of alchemy? So I think you have a decision to make, Pisces. Are you moving forward? Are you staying still? What are you doing? The Eight of Wands is here. This person wants to move forward. But look, you're already in your Queen energy. You're already in the Queen of Pentacles energy. I don't need you. I'm good. I'm sovereign. I'm good. I've been paying my own time, effort, energies into me. My health is good. I'm cooking really well, eating very well. I feel like you're shut off and shut down, to be honest, on my card. It's shocking, surprising. But I feel like you're in this energy of, really? You waited this long? This person was stuck in a loop of indecision, is what it was. They had lost hope. They didn't think that you're going to say yes. That's what it was. All right. I'm going to leave that there. Oh, we should tell you that there is Virgo and Pisces here. We do have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We have Cancer, more Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius here, Leo here. We've got lots of fire, just saying. We've got Virgo and Capricorn and Scorpio. Capricorn here, and more Leo energy, lots of fire. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to be back because I'm always back. You guys take care. Bye-bye.